Hey heroes, welcome in. We are your hosts for hire. Make sure that you stick around so you can hear Colin's questions at the end of this. He is curious to get to know you, to get to know us. So stick around and join us for that. But first, you guys, we are getting back into the absolute universe. Holy Hannah. The first issues of the next set of three have come out. Flash, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern. I don't even know what to say. Is it all do you know, is it all the same writer? Is it one person writing this? Who's doing this to
It seems like it's
me?
like a team of writers. From what I can tell,
Fantastic.
there's like a small group of people who are overseeing the project, who are like each comic has its own writing team and style, like art team. But
Right.
there's like a team overseeing it all. You know.
Like, dude, fantastic. But like I love that you mentioned that by the way, because let's start on that. Different art styles. Because even in the
Mhm.
last issues of and Wonder Woman, there was some really
Radically different.
cool, different, unique art styles used. Wonder Woman specifically.
Hmm.
Beautiful.
Cinematic.
Beautiful artistry.
Like that's
S-
like that. That's the
yes.
like it looked more cinematic than like the
Yes.
graffiti style of the other ones. I don't know.
Like and then segueing into this Flash, I love the erraticness of the panels that show him using his speed or what it would feel like.
The way the lightning is like warping the panels itself
Yeah, it's super cool. It almost is like the sense of how terrifying it would be to move that fast.
and not
You know,
understand what's happening.
because there's some where
Like,
it looks like he's like ahead of himself and
hmm
seeing like his own face like ahead of what I mean? Like that'd be crazy.
yeah, like the mirror images that the Flash
Mm-hmm.
some that
Yeah,
can have like
and
that's
also
like
that. And speaking of segue, really cool that Mirror Master seems to be the overarching villain of his story here. His this
yeah.
first act of his. Uh, I'm super curious to see because Mirror Master he's kind of lame,
hmm
but
But
I am everything they've done in this absolute universe has been peaked out. So I'm super curious as to
so like Mirror
what they're gonna do
Master,
with it.
interestingly enough, is in my opinion, Mirror Master, like you said, historically kind of lame. Conceptually, could potentially
Terrifying.
be one of the coolest
Yeah,
villains,
conceptually extraordinarily terrifying.
especially with the everything else they've done in this absolute universe. It's we could see the coolest version of Mirror Master we'll ever get.
Agreed. Like we're seeing some of the coolest versions of some of these characters ever.
Hmm.
Really cool. Captain Cold, Boomerang, like they all
Hmm.
look so sick, dude. For some okay, like the actual captain, Captain Cold, like he looks so sexy, dude.
He has
Like
no
what is
reason
with
to be
him?
that cool
Like
in that
why does he
though.
look so cool, dude? Like Captain Boomerang has like a boomerang shaped plane. Like
Yeah, that he like
who's funding all of
like a
this?
drone.
Beautiful. Love it. And it actually almost seems like they're like government agents,
Yeah, like they
uh,
are like almost like the Suicide
a
Squad.
Suicide Squad. But
Yeah,
I wonder if they have bombs in their head, um,
doesn't
or
seem
if
like it.
they're
Seems
all
like they're just
about
kind of
that life.
yeah. It seems like
You
they're
know,
doing it on their own volition for the
um,
most part.
which is
Um,
really interesting.
yeah.
Other
The
than that, not a whole lot got teased from this Flash. Like I'm like no reverse
mhm,
Flash.
mm.
You know, considering that this is Wally. I was writing notes as I was writing this, as I was reading it, and I was like, "Oh, hey, it's really cool. They're still using Barry in some sort of way." Oh, there goes Barry.
Never mind.
The next note.
Oh my god,
So,
yeah, that
is
was
Reverse
wild.
Flash even going to be a character in this? Because there's again, like you said, there's no Speed Force.
Not in the
It's
way that we know him. It that they've already pretty much made it clear that like anything like especially with the Flash, the way that the framework of the story has always been is gone.
right, which is
That's why they're
crazy.
getting well, and like which makes
That's
sense
what's
too.
leaving me at the edge of my seat for
Hmm.
next week. You know,
Which is why they did it. You know what I mean? Because
so
like
good,
the
bro.
Speed Force made it almost predictable in certain
Yeah.
ways,
Well, like you
and
said in
this
the
way
last
they're.
episode where we were talking about the finale of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, also, by the way,
Mhm.
please go check that out if you guys are enjoying this so far. um there's like a predeterministic structure to Flash's story where like we
Mhm.
kind of know, even though like you can take creative spins on it, there's a there's a blueprint for how it's gonna
Mhm.
like be, how it happened. You know what I mean? Like he's the lightning bolt that struck himself, giving him power. You know, like Reverse Flash, like it's like this big circle, and not having the Speed Force, not having any of that, like as a comic fan, that puts you back. Like I said in the last episode too, it makes me feel like a 7-year-old, where I'm like,
What's gonna happen?
what's gonna happen? Like, and then moving on to like Martian Manhunter, same
what
thing.
what is
What's
happening?
going on?
What is happening?
It,
Not just what's going to happen. What is happening?
it gives me such a lovely sense of like what the reason of getting into comics was about in the first
Hmm.
place. You know, like as like a 30-year-old, I didn't think like this level of excitement for the next week. Like normally, like I kind of wait until the whole comic is out. I'll read it all in one binge. You know, I just like go
Hmm.
through that whole thing. I have it's like watching a TV show and waiting for the next week. I haven't done that in so long. Like you
And this
know,
is
like
making me do it.
it's crazy. It's so cool.
Like
Uh
even like when I think back to the last like arcs and lines that we've talked about ad nauseum on this, that like got me this excited, it was things like Dark Knight's Metal and
yeah,
like Dark Knights of Steel and stuff like that, where
spins
like
on stories that we
yeah,
know so well.
and that we
Like
haven't seen before ever. And in this case, they're not just spins, but radically different takes, like this Martian Manhunter one. The way the art style feels
a
like
Martian
almost like
Mindhunter.
oh, Mindhunter. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's right.
Which, by the way, the way they did that on the page, where you can only fully experience that panel if you have the actual comic book, which I don't, which like
Yeah,
actually makes me want to go buy one just so I can like have that. Uh, that's
same.
so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool, man. Like I
Again,
love
it
these new ways to get people into comics again.
well, like yeah,
It's
these
genius.
new ways to bring back old experiences, because that
Yes.
was a thing. That was always a
Right.
thing back in the day.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like
Right.
they're like taking, and
That's
it
exactly it.
adds to that very '70s vibe that Martian Manhunter
Hmm.
gave me. Like when I
So I
was
never
reading
watched
it, right?
Mindhunter, but like there is the show Mindhunter, right?
Yeah,
I
which
feel
is
like
interesting
this
because
is gonna
like
have a very like influenced vibe by that show.
well, what's interesting about that is that they definitely already announced, and it seems like it's going to be more about the John Jones rather than like the Martian aspect, and like
Well, what's crazy about it is it seems like are they this? Is it two beings? Is there a Martian
inhabiting a body.
inhabiting John Jones? Is like the
Yeah,
Martian Mindhunter a separate entity from John Jones? Because that's almost how it feels
or
at
is it
times. Then
or
at
is it
other
not
times,
even
it feels
like
like they're one.
or that it's not even like that the Martian Mindhunter isn't even real, almost
It's like a metaphor for
like a
like his
metaphor for
detective
his
skills or something.
detective skills or his insanity, even like
Because
I
like the
don't
way
know,
he's
like
breathing in, like I was of two minds, like of the smoke. I was like, dude, is this metaphor or literal? I was so into this comic, dude. I was
dude,
like so like enthralled in it because like the way he's breathing in the smoke
and
and
like
like
getting their
living
thoughts.
their like you know like seeing that dude's childhood and
Hmm.
stuff like through the eyes of his mother. Uh, that felt very literal, where he was physically breathing in her smoke and living her life. Whereas, like in other panels and pages, it seems a lot more metaphorical, where it's like the whole city's up in smoke, and it's like this like jumble of thoughts, right? That it's like trying to do, but like that felt feels a whole lot more metaphorical than like when he's sitting with his mom, like physically breathing it in.
Hmm. It's interesting because
I
I
love the
don't
use of color
yeah.
too, like how like the
Hmm.
pages are so
the
bland,
the
and then
Technicolor and like how
yes, dude,
bright, and suddenly it's like '70s like Technicolor. That's the only way I can put
yeah,
it.
and
Like,
like how it like all the colors have that central circle on the green, the circle of dot on the green figure.
mhm.
Like no matter what, like it's all like this like trippy stuff, but like there's always the like central
And it seems like
green figure with the
like
dot. That's beautiful.
the colors of the thoughts seem to like what I notice is like like certain colors like red and darker, like certain like more like
Have to
aggro
do with certain
colors,
emotions.
certain like yeah we're like more angry thoughts, and then like
Uh,
blues were like more calming, and then
I
green were
really
kind of
love how he said
neutral.
like there's like a green mind in the, he's like it's like it's weird to say that a thought is green, but like it's green.
Hmm.
Like that was so cool. I just
Yeah.
love that. Like again, like one issue in, I'm just like, uh, I need more.
Yeah, and don't rush, please. Take your time, make it
Yeah,
as good
make
as
it
it
good,
can.
but like,
Yeah.
good glory.
Yeah,
Uh,
already to
yeah,
have this immediate effect is quite impressive.
yeah,
Let
absolutely.
us know if you guys are enjoying it as much as we are, because it's mind blowing.
Yeah, as
Everything
old
about
comic
it.
fans, it's hard to
Hmm.
get this feeling again.
Hmm.
Like there's stuff that I find extremely badass. Like we're currently going through the Ultimate series in Marvel. There's some really cool stuff in there, but it's just not giving me this sense of wonder, of like complete
Again, because of
mystery.
the
Like
predeterministic
yeah,
aspect of it being in the main timelines
yep.
and
Just
it
of how
not having.
comics are. Like it's just
Yeah.
how comics are. Like
Hmm.
this feels like such a branching from like the usual like blueprint that it's so cool. Which brings us to the last thing in Green Lantern, which seemingly had like the least to talk about, but also like what?
The most to speculate about.
Yeah, what was I? I said in the last episode, and sometimes it feels like I don't know enough about comics, or they're just doing like brand new stuff in this absolute universe. And there's this melding of that brings a little bit of this like mystery and confusion. Because please tell me in the comments, what's that
Hmm.
black shit?
Yeah, is that
What
supposed to be
is it?
like the Black Ring, like the Black
That's the
Lantern ring,
closest thing
like
I can get. Like
energy?
that way that it consumes that man
Hmm.
was like crazy. And then Abin Sur, whoa, what? That's not Abin Sur. like
Not the one we know. Also, what is that construct? Is that
he looked
like
like a Dragon
the
Ball Z character, dude. Like,
He did. He looked like
straight
Boo.
up.
He looked like Majin Buu. You're absolutely
I was
right.
like, whoa. But yeah, like you said, that construct in the middle of that flat in that town, is that like his ship that he came in? Was that a construct that he himself made?
Is that a Green Lantern? You know what I mean? Because
Did
like
Abin
doesn't.
Sur bestow Hal Jordan with that blackness and uh the Stewart woman? I forget her name, Joe Stewart.
Is it?
Uh
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
did
Like
did he bestow
did
her with the Green Lantern ring and Hal Jordan with this like curse? Or was there like another Green Lantern there that day that died fighting Abin Sur, and Abin Sur is evil in this iteration, and then Hal's gonna be evil, and there was another Green Lantern that died that day that gave her the ring.
Yeah, because they also like
All these
mention
questions.
they mention Guy Gardner.
Yep,
She
and
talks
John is
about
there.
like being yeah knowing Guy and them all knowing each other. Like
Hmm.
all of the lanterns, people who have been
On Earth, right?
lanterns, well, like people who have been lanterns in previous iterations
Yeah,
on
very
Earth
fascinating.
are all friends.
Yeah,
How and
I
like
guess
how is that?
you just brought it up right there, and it brought it to mind. The only one that's missing is Kyle.
Oh
Kyle
yeah,
Rayner. Kyle,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
missing.
I'm missing. Yes, and he is the one who becomes the most powerful of them all, ironically
Yeah,
enough.
well, now it's gotten weird. Like now, I know that like John Stewart became like the ultraviolet
Oh yeah, that's
lantern,
right.
and that's
Yeah.
like some like crazy like omniscient shit. Uh, but yeah, so he's the only one that's missing out of that crew. So I wonder if he's gonna be brought up in any sort of way. At the beginning, when Hal is talking about being afraid, where he's like, "Don't be afraid, like conquer your fear," and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so scared."
Hmm.
I originally thought that he had a yellow ring,
Interesting. Yeah.
you know.
But it I don't know. It's weird because it seems like they might not even be going with the emotional spectrum. That's the craziest thing to me
That's
about the
true,
absolute
dude.
universe is that they could very easily just say, "Oh, it's actually not based on the emotional spectrum in this,"
That's
and
so true. I didn't even
they could have
consider that.
another
I didn't consider
explanation
that
for it.
do the Guardians exist? Is Oa a thing.
they didn't give us any information other
Dang,
than which characters are going to be in
this
this
is the
story.
stuff. This is the juice. This is so good.
Yeah,
Who
this
who
is
who's doing this? I love you.
that's writing. That's
Let me
right.
into
That's
your
right,
room. Let me
baby.
into your lives. Teach me. I will sit quiet in the corner and learn like a young Padawan.
Yeah, because for real though, there is a lot of suspense that
Oh,
they've
dude, yeah, they're
created with
creating
this,
some like palpable suspense with just comic books.
which is crazy for a comic book to do that is hard.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And you guys let us know if we're just like losing our minds and like glazing this absolute universe like crazy, or if you feel the same. If you feel like you're an old comic book head and you haven't like been into comics in a while, and this has gotten you like hook, line, and sinker again, because like it's how it's been for us. I haven't like had a date that comics come out on my mind in my mind for
years,
a decade.
decade, yeah.
Like, uh,
Yeah, for real though. Like,
so,
and
so the,
now it's like, is it Wednesday? Oh shit, it's not
right, we're
Wednesday
like, oh,
yet.
I like missed one. Like, gotta get on it.
That was kind of
Uh,
this week where we were like, oh man, the Green Lantern one came
we
out,
got a
and
lot
the
of
Flash one
comics to
came out,
read.
and the Measurement. Yeah.
It was very nice. It was very nice. But you guys, again, if you like this type of content, please, please, please like, share, subscribe. We have been trying to hit that elusive 10K. If you guys know anything about YouTube, you know that that first bit is the hardest to get to. So if you can help us get there, we will be forever in your debt. But before we take off today, we just have a few questions from old Colin, our friend here. Let you guys get to know us a little bit, us get to know you hopefully a little bit through your commenting. And without further ado, Kyle.
What do we got?
Let's see. Ha! This is so. I swear, Colin like just picks questions that are always relevant to what we're talking about. And like people like, if ever there's people watching this, they're gonna call us out on some bullshittery. But I tell you, it's not. Kyle, would
Uh,
you rather have the power of the Green Lantern ring or Mjolnir? Which artifact would you rather wield?
see,
My
this is
initial, just because like Green Lantern's on the mind, and I don't know if it's influencing me, but I immediately have to go Green Lantern because it's the power of imagination,
yeah,
and
it's the
that's
power
something
of
that
your
I think I kind of
willpower.
have. That's true. I don't know if I have a lot of will.
That's my issue.
I'm good.
That's my issue with
I
it.
have good imagination. I'll make some funky constructs. You best believe it.
But I
They're gonna be
won't build them.
flimsy. They're gonna be flimsy. You're gonna go right through them.
Whereas, like, if I could just like wield Mjolnir, I could just like,
You get the power of Thor.
well, I could rule Asgard. I could just like fuck the power. I could just be an Asgardian
Screw the power.
gods.
Power. I'm gonna sit on the throne.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Mjolnir.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna stick with the Green Lantern ring. I'm gonna work on my will. I'm
I'm too
just
lazy
gonna
to
be
work on
putting out
my will.
yellow constructs. this,
Hey, you'll have time to work on it.
is,
So
this is gonna be a very 80s vibe with my constructs. All right, let's do one more. That was a quick one.
yeah.
You guys, let us know, please. Would you rather have Green Lantern's ring or wield the power of Mjolnir?
Like if I was a better person, I would definitely go with the Green Lantern ring. You know what I mean?
Oh, I get you. Oh, I get you. Oh, here's another quick one. Would you rather have Deadshot's aim or Deathstroke's like arsenal of skills? Like, so like, would you rather have
Including
like I guess the specified aim of Deadshot or like the blanket skills that Deathstrokes
okay.
has with all weaponry? You know what I mean?
I think I'd go with Deathstroke just because like
Really?
it gives you a wider repertoire
It's
of
true.
defense.
It's true.
But it's tough because I'm
I think
also
me
imagining we're
personally, I
not
have
taking their
such a
powers.
affinity and a liking. Right. It's just their like
Yeah,
skills.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, I like the archer characters always. You know, like the
Mhm.
shooters. Like it's always just been like my niche of character.
Yeah.
That having Deadshot's aim would just be like so
You
gratifying
know,
to like my soul.
it's funny that you put it that way because for me, I've always loved katanas, especially dual
Yeah.
katanas. So like being able to, slice bullets and shit,
Yeah.
like
Yes. 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 uh, yeah, it'd just be satisfying to the spirit of my inner
Yeah,
child.
yeah.
You guys, let us know. Would you prefer Deadshot's aim or Deathstroke's
We'll
arsenal
say
of
we'll say
weaponry
katana
skills?
abilities.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
his.
like
Because
his
I guess when I was writing this, I thought like Deadshot or Deathstroke has good aim.
yeah,
Like he would have like what humans would maybe consider like perfect aim, just
yeah,
not like Deadshot. Or like I'd say like Deathstroke could hit a target probably like 9.8 times out of 10.
yeah.
Right? But like the dead shot thing is like
It's
bouncing it
100
off
out
the
of
like
100.
floor and off of the window over there, off of the
Yeah,
glass panel over there, and then still hitting your ass dead in the head. that it's that weird aim
yeah.
that like choom choom choom, and you're like, oh shit, oh god, and then you're dead.
Yeah, yeah. Which one would you guys prefer? Let us know. We do appreciate you guys stopping by. Let us know your thoughts on the Absolute Universe. Go check out
Yes,
our other episodes on the Absolute Universe. We got a couple of them out now. We hope that you do, and we will catch you with the next episode.
peace.